Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Pony 4-in-1. This is episode 82 for the week of December 7th. I am Nemesis, and joining me once again is Alca7raz.
Hello.
And, well, happy holidays. Yeah, it's, December, so, a bunch of holidays kind of slamming in at once, like usual. And there's, because it's the holiday season, we have a very particular thing to talk about.
Yeah.
You'll find out what it is.
We'll get there.
Yeah. But first, we have some news. Not a lot this week, but some, including some we should have talked about last week, but things happen. But if you want to follow along with it, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. All the links are there. Let's get started. In convention news, Andrea Libman will be attending the 2015 My Little Pony Fanfare. This is the one that's been running longer than Friendship is Magic, so...
Yeah, it's My Little Pony, not Friendship is Magic. It's all the generations.
Been pretty small until recently, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, the Brony Fair in Berlin has announced GM Barrow. So,
neat.
Euros. There you go.
Yep.
In fandom news, the Herd Census, yes, them again, they're coming back for 2015, and, well, they need translators. So, go check it out. See if you can, if you're bilingual or trilingual or whatever.
Multilingual.
Yeah. Multilingual.
Yep.
There you go. In merchandise news, the Funko Princess Celestia has been delayed, apparently due to a shipping error. The Princess Luna, however, is making it into some stores, although not all of them, apparently. And if you order it online, you may or may not get Luna soon.
Yeah, it's
everything's weird. As an apology, Hot Topic has basically waived everyone's shipping fees, so if you ordered Celestia. I don't know, it's just weird shipping stuff. I'm not sure what happened exactly, just something that had to do with Port of Los Angeles, something happened there.
Probably something to do with the holiday season.
I don't think so. It was something actually specifically to a specific port, something happened.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Whatever.
They'll show up eventually.
They'll show up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Funko, the Princess Celestia pop figure will have a variant exclusive to Hot Topic.
Yeah, more
unlike Equestria Daily, who got this wrong, there's two versions. There's the plain hair version, which everyone will have, and Hot Topic will have the sparkling hair version.
Yeah.
So.
Sparklies.
Yeah. And also, speaking of Hot Topic,
oh boy,
some more. The blind bag pony rings that were mentioned several months ago that were apparently mostly in Europe, mostly Eastern Europe, they're popping up in the U.S. now at Hot Topic. About $5 a pop. So
pop.
Yes, popping a lot.
Yeah.
Entertainment Earth is listing a giant wall decal of Twilight, Fluttershy, and Pinkie. Apparently, this thing you can actually kind of rearrange the individual pieces of it so you can do your own little thing with it. Yeah, it's large. So if you want a giant ponies on your wall, here's one way to do it. In Friendship is Magic news, well, like I predicted last week, Pinkie Pie got her Season 5 teaser on Monday.
Yep, I think they're probably doing one
every week, so I'm wondering what's next.
Yeah.
They've already done half of them.
Yeah, we've had Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, and Twilight.
If they're doing a pattern, they might do Rarity next. If they're following a pattern.
What pattern are you thinking they're following?
Because they went Unicorn, Pegasus, well, not Unicorn anymore, but
yeah,
Pegasus, Earth. So it would be Rarity dash Applejack if they follow that pattern.
If they're following that pattern.
So if they're following that pattern, it'd be Rarity next. But if they're not, I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out. This time I don't know. I don't know. I just had this gut feeling of Pinkie.
It was Pinkie.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Ingrid Nelson is teasing more stuff about Season 5 and Mod. And, well, it's not really news, but, this hiatus.
Yeah.
Freaking hiatus.
Yeah. We need our ponies.
And actual news-ish stuff, Lena Hall has released a small clip of her recording session for Season 5 on Instagram.
Yep, it was a song. It was like 2 lines from a song that she's singing.
Not much, but it's enough. And no, she's not playing the part of Sweetie Belle or Dash or probably any existing character unless we haven't seen him sing yet.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that, it's a Sweetie Belle because she confirmed it on another interview. She didn't actually confirm it in that other interview that other people are talking about. She just said, if she was a pony, she'd probably be Sweetie Belle.
I'd like to be Sweetie Belle.
Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't yes, I'm playing this part. It's, she relates to that character.
And finally, in something that I completely forgot to mention last week, Season 4 is now available on DVD in the U.S. So
why can't we not get Blu-rays?
Because, I don't know,
we
Germany,
really need Blu-rays.
Germany's hoarding them all.
Darn it, Germany!
Yeah, that's the news. Like I said, not a lot.
Yeah.
So I guess we now have to get to, well, the thing we've been kind of dreading.
Oh,
We
yeah.
hinted at it last week. And yeah, so since it's the holiday season, well, we decided to go once again into the past, G3, and this time A Very Minty Christmas, the G3 movie. Christmas
Yep.
special thing.
Thing.
And yeah, it's a thing.
It was a thing.
It's a thing. Anyway, the basic synopsis: there is a pony named Minty, and she lives in Ponyville with all these other ponies, just like all the other G3 stuff. And they've all set up this they're setting up for Christmas, and they have this special candy cane to put on top of a town tree to attract Santa's attention, so he'll actually come and give him presents. And she wants to help because, well, it's off. So she goes and checks and knocks it over and breaks it, and then she decides to go to the North Pole and get Santa to tell him where Ponyville is. So because, well, she broke the candy cane, and that's pretty much the gist of it. And then through that, she inadvertently causes a new Christmas tradition to happen, and, well, Santa finds Ponyville anyway, so
Yep.
everything's fine, I guess. So yeah, so this is the third G3 movie we've watched.
Yep.
We just keep doing this to ourselves.
I don't know why we keep doing this to ourselves.
Like the other ones, the animation is very subpar at times.
Yeah, there's noticeable problems.
Yeah, like there's like just things we literally saw jump in frame, like just missing frames of animation or something.
Missing keyframes where all of a sudden they won't move to positions; they'll just snap over.
Yeah,
Or
we saw things like appearing and disappearing, and
running in place.
running in
Weird.
place. Odd placement of characters on the backgrounds, where it's like it's obvious it's not correct.
Yeah, like they stuck them on top, or things on the ponies moving around.
Yeah,
Like there was one of a newer. It's not new for this movie.
yeah,
Star Chaser. It's a new Pegasus, but she has designs on her forehead, and in a couple of scenes she's standing there, and the design's just kind of floating around her forehead the whole time. It's like
you're off model.
yeah,
But
you're not
actually,
Rorschach.
What's weirdly enough about this movie is that, unlike the other two, this one wasn't enjoyable, but it wasn't as bad as
It
the
was
other two.
tolerable.
It was weirdly tolerable. Yeah, it was tolerable.
It wasn't super. I mean, it was bad.
It wasn't super
But it wasn't-
annoying and grating.
Yeah, it was.
In fact, it actually had a couple funny bits. So it's like,
It did.
I was like, that's surprised. I actually laughed.
Yeah, there was a couple other pits.
We laughed for different
There's a couple of
reasons,
things we found funny that weren't intended to be funny,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's kind of like your average Christmas special, really.
Christmas. One thing we should mention: it's actually Christmas and not Hearthwarming.
Yeah,
Eve.
it's not Hearthwarming Eve, not some special holiday. It's not just generic winter celebration. It's Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Santa,
and Santa
Christmas,
Claus.
all that
They
stuff.
never actually show Santa Claus.
No. They implied they showed a figure he's a human, and they made a snowman, not snow pony, snowmen.
It's an actual snowman. Yes.
So I guess humans exist in this world of theirs that they've never
Interesting.
seen or heard from.
Yeah.
Don't think
All right
about
then.
it.
Makes sense.
But
if
yeah,
you
it's
don't
just
think
kind of
about it.
it's just kind of an average, just another average low budget Christmas special, which we see tons of every single year. You know, you see, oh look, this dog. It's another someone ruins Christmas and saves Christmas or whatever type thing. This is very, very common for Christmas specials.
Yeah.
Like this is like the plot for like what 99% of the Christmas specials anymore.
Yeah. One thing I do have to give this one, it's moral. Give little air quotes here.
Sure.
The moral. It was the whole.
I don't think the moral's relevant in this one.
It wasn't huge relevant, but there was a bit of one, but they didn't like in
just
some
another
other
Christmas
where
one.
they totally ruined any chance of it. This one, it still kind of held together. It's the whole in your Christmas in your hearts kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just
And that one, it
Christmas.
held together better than the other episodes held their morals together.
It's just
which
another one of those
didn't.
Christmas things. Like, hey, guess what? It's okay. You know, Christmas isn't ruined just because of one thing. Just yeah. It had songs, so it's like again.
Yeah, that's
again.
the ending song at the very end of the movie. The song that they had playing was all right. It was okay, but not like the first song that they had in there. Minty's singing about her socks, basically.
Yeah, that was weird. That wasn't
But
the first song.
it
but
wasn't.
They had another song at the beginning of the movie though, which was like it's just generic Christmas.
Yeah,
schlock.
but that sock one, it just
just weird.
was really low par.
It's like it's almost like they kind of forgot to finish it.
Yeah, there's like barely any instrumental bed. It was just like the really simple. The vocals were off, But the visuals really didn't fit the...
Yeah, the visuals, it almost felt like the visuals made for this big orchestral thing, and then that didn't happen. Or big band or orchestral, something like that, and just that didn't happen.
Yeah, so it's just this weird disconnect.
By the way, it's Tabitha St. Germain voicing Minty and Thistle Whistle.
Yeah, and Thistle Whistle voicing them.
Yeah, voicing both of them, and they're kind of, I guess, Minty's pretty much the main character in this one. And,
yeah.
And of course, once again, Dash and Pinky and whatnot are still there.
Your standard G3s.
Dash is more or less a horrible version of Rarity still, and saying "darling" all the time.
All the time.
This is fun watching him suffer from that too. It's so much fun.
It's horrible.
It's just.
You just have to remember, just because they have the same name doesn't mean they're the same ponies, because they aren't.
Unless
they are not the same. No, they're not.
Fanfics.
No. I'm not going there. It's just horrible.
Yeah, it's generic Christmas special, really.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really particularly special. I mean, I think one line that actually was funny was when Minty's trying to confess what she did. She says she broke it, and then Pinky just says, "You broke Santa?" And that was actually funny.
That was actually funny. You broke Santa?
But one thing that caught us off guard was so to get to the North Pole, Minty goes in the hot air balloon she goes in the hot air balloon to get to the North Pole, but she doesn't know how to really pilot one, so she's lost, and Thistle Whistle follows her to try to help her, and
Thistle Whistle's afraid of flying through the clouds and such.
Yeah, which is cloudy night, so guess what? It's very crazy for everyone. Anyway, Thistle's trying to get, and she's doing these weird barrel rolls and loop-de-loops for some reason.
She has her eyes closed, and she's doing loops through the clouds.
Yeah, because she's, I guess, eyes closed, and can't tell which way is up right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she does loops around, and they come together, and for a second, their noses touch, and because Thistle Whistle's upside down, their noses touch, and for a second, you're like, wait, what? Because it looks like a kiss, and you're like...
And even the animation kind of slowed down when they came together too. It was very
the music
cliche.
too was kind of building up to this, and then
it was very cliche for that kiss moment. And it's like, wait, what did
it's that whole thing, psychological thing. You're kind of
your brain's expecting it, and at least it's like
you didn't notice, but your brain did.
Yeah, it was rather amusing.
I actually had to back up to make absolutely certain. I was it was just their noses touched, but it's like. What?
At first, I thought I even heard a sound clip of them kissing. When I was like, "Wait, did I hear that?" No, I didn't.
What?
Did that actually happen? No, but it came really darn close.
So yeah, it was strange.
Yeah, it was odd, but funny. Not because it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah. So yeah, again, it's just generic Christmas. I've seen worse Christmas specials.
Yes,
much worse, but I've also seen a lot better. Out there. This is just very generic. This is what it was. That was what it was. It's a typical generic, very quick cash in with no name actors, and well, this one doesn't know name for us really anymore because a lot of them was like, oh, I know that name. Oh, I know that name too.
Yep.
But this just a lot very quick cash in. There's actually not even widescreen. Like the other two, I believe. The other two we saw were widescreen. This one is the old 4:3. I'm not sure. This might be the first one. I have to go double check the release dates, but I believe this might have been the first one released.
The Netflix one was at least 4:3.
It's just kind of in general, just kind of weird. Oh, it's 2005, so about the same time. I don't know. But
it was just.
And the thing about Minty is she's kind of like, you can tell very quickly, like she's just kind of clumsy. She wants to help, but she's also very clumsy, and she wants things to be perfect, but again, kind of
tries to make things perfect, but doesn't really have the skills to back up her desires. She always messes things up when she tries to fix them.
Yeah, she messes
up, which is the whole plot of the story. She tries to fix the candy cane and breaks it.
Yep. She tries to fix things, and so it's a thing, I guess.
It's a thing.
It's not particularly bad, but it's not particularly really great either. It's below average, I would say. If you're bored or have children, yeah, because hey, guess what? It's coming out. It's going to be airing on December 13th on the Discovery Family.
Can't say the hub.
I couldn't say the hub.
Well, you can, but it doesn't exist.
Except in our hearts. Yeah, it's airing on December 13th, which is a couple days after we air. So actually, this coming Saturday. So yeah, it's not a complete waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a below average.
It's a time killer.
Yeah, it's a below average Christmas special, but for the rest of G3, it's actually above.
Yeah,
average.
compared to the rest of the G3 movies we've seen so far, it's
not great, but it's tolerable.
Also, we had this weird the version we watched on it's on Netflix too. I don't know what the heck happened, but there's some weirdness going on with that.
Yeah, during transitions,
not just transitions, but
like scene panning and such had some stuff. It looked like interpolation issues.
Yeah,
almost like ghosting due to interpolation or so. I don't know.
I don't know if Netflix has a bad copy or what.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or if they're all like that.
That would be. I don't know.
Oh, and another thing, that reminds me, there's some weird camera stuff going on in general. Like, they swap camera angles, and they didn't make sense, and just kind of quickly snap back and forth. Like, what's going on? Then one pony be there, then not be there, and then...
Yeah.
It's just another thing of, it kind of didn't care.
Yeah, there was also, again, a few more of those scenes like we've seen before, where one character's talking, but other ones got the lips moving. Or
you saw that. They're talking about... cheering for Rainbow Dash.
Everyone's cheering for Rainbow Dash, except Rainbow Dash is also one of the ones cheering. I saw one scene where someone was talking to Pinky, but Pinky's mouth was also moving, but she wasn't talking. And it's like, not quite.
Oh yeah, ponies and socks.
Oh, that was another big. That was actually a big.
Because Minty's thing was she loves socks.
She loves socks.
That's the whole thing. She starts a new Christmas edition because she tries to play Santa, and so she gives everyone her socks because that's what she has,
and hangs them over the mantle.
Yeah, stockings over the fireplace.
Yep.
But yeah, it's this ponies and socks thing. It's like,
I've seen this before.
The fandom's kind of been obsessed with this in the past.
Apparently, it comes from earlier.
Possibly, unless I'm wondering if the people who initially started the trend knew about it.
Maybe, I don't know.
We'll never know.
Who started that?
I have no idea.
Who started?
It's been so long now. That was very early on. That was before you were even.
Yeah, I was before my time.
Yeah, so it's an old thing. So I'm not sure if the people who started it knew about the G3 and that's what they took inspiration from, or they just kind of came up with it. But any which way, it's just kind of funny, just ponies and socks, and it's just... So, all the ponies and socks. Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God, no.
Well, Minty had socks for every pony.
Well, everybody. They do say everybody.
They do say everybody then, don't they?
Oh, that's another thing they do. Not as many horse puns.
Not as many horse puns.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's still the same world. It's mostly the same. Although no breezies this time.
Yeah, no breezies.
So, yeah, no Andrea Libman in this one. But Tabitha St. Germain, like I said, voicing and singing. She doesn't usually do singing except for like Granny Smith and like C4. Usually it's like Kazumi Evans who does her singing. But
yeah, usually it's Kazumi Evans.
Except for when she's doing Granny Smith, and then it's Tabitha. But if we had, let's just say Granny Smith singing isn't particularly good at times.
Granny Smith.
It's very limited range.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing here where she did sing as Minty in this one, again, limited range.
Yeah.
And that's probably why she doesn't sing Rarity's part.
Yep. Because the Rarity singing parts have required pretty good range, from what I remember, yeah.
So yeah, again, below average. Just kind of, if you're going to watch it, it's more of a time waster, just wasting your time, or if you have children who want to see it, but really don't expect a lot. But it's not the horror show that the other two we've seen are. So, yeah. So that's our first Christmas thing.
Yes.
Gee, I wonder what else we could do this month.
Oh boy, I don't know.
Stay tuned next week. But anyway, that's our discussion, yeah. And I probably have
short.
Yeah, it's going to be short because there's not a lot to say. It's again,
yeah, there's not much.
So far, best of G3, but that's not saying much. The bar is very low.
Yeah.
Anyway, we do have fan content this week. For real, Alca7raz actually got some fan songs.
He did
it.
I found something.
He did it.
Yes. I really didn't want to go 3 weeks with nothing. So I found something. So the first one I have, I don't know if you can call this cheating or not, because I technically kind of talked about it last week.
Cheating.
But it wasn't out last week. So
totally
you cheated even harder a few weeks ago. So I'm fine here.
Clever.
Yes. The first one I have is Staricon by Pony Firestone.
Took the high so blue, but I know you can't fail the way the princess is brilliant today. Find a way, like finding the music in you. To find a way, what could I have done without
This is actually track 5 off of the new Balloon Party album that just came out, which is what I talked about last week. I thought it was pretty good. It's a nice little vocal D&B-ish kind of song. Sometimes I think the vocals could be a little bit better, a little bit nasally at times, but I still think overall it's an enjoyable enough song. So I think it was good. Go listen to it. Go check out the rest of the album too if you like the stuff, even though there's a bunch of different styles.
Yeah. This one, I like the music itself, but the vocal I was not a fan of. Once it started kicking in, I was like, oh, this is kind of, the song's kind of suffering. I don't know what it was, but particularly, but yeah, I wasn't really a fan of the vocals in this one. Just didn't seem to fit.
The vocals
totally.
are the low.
Yeah, and also in general, they just didn't seem to fit the song. I don't know what it was. It's hard to tell, hard to explain really, but yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the vocals in this one, so it kind of put a damper on the enjoyment of the song. And it's like, it starts off pretty nice, and then...
So maybe you like my next one, which is Lesions by Carbon Maestro. This is part of his really big Derpy and Carrot Top epic series. It's multi-part now. It's a nice big orchestral battle theme kind of song, and I really like orchestral and that kind of stuff. So this was really cool. So if you like orchestral epic battle themes, here you go.
Yeah. This is Carbon Maestro. We've actually featured him before for the same sort of thing.
Probably the same sort of thing.
Actually, the Changeling Anthem, I think, was the one. I think that was him.
It is possible. The Derpy and Carrot Top epic has been running for a long time.
I know, but he did a one called the Changeling Anthem. I think that was him.
Possibly, yeah.
That was,
it sounds familiar.
Almost certain that was him because I remember featuring him. I don't remember who exactly it was, but that was definitely one of the songs we've done before. He does some really nice stuff. Again, though, it's kind of, if you didn't know any better, it was pony related.
Yeah,
but it's still a really nice song in general. So, yeah, I definitely like it. It's very big and sweeping. I'm not sure. Again, it's like even the art doesn't show. I don't see Derpy or Carrot Top in it.
Sometimes what he's done. Sometimes it isn't. This one, I believe, if I remember correctly, the story part in here is the legions of the undead versus the queen of the Wendigos.
Right.
Is the story at this point.
Okay.
In the epic.
Interesting.
So that's what the whole battle is between those two armies. So yeah, the art that they use, sometimes they'll have Derpy and Carrot Top in there, sometimes in the background, sometimes it won't be. So
right, okay, I guess, but yeah, it's still fun. A great song,
good song,
big, epic thing. Put on your socks to it. So, anyway,
that's what I've got for music.
Yeah, that's music. Fan fiction. I don't have a new fanfic, but again, updates.
That's cheating.
For old ones.
That's more cheating than I did.
I have one that lined up. It just I
had
time to read it.
Yeah.
Slow reader. Anyway.
Hey.
Anyway, 2 fics recently updated that I featured in the past, and the most recent one, Reformation Buddies. That way, it does want to feature most recently, and hey, guess what? It's actually gotten 2 new chapters, including one that just came out today.
Neat.
The 6th, as it stands, because we have to record a little early for reasons. Yeah, a couple new chapters since I featured it. So that's one thing. I haven't read the newest one quite yet. I just noticed it. So I'm hoping, but yeah, things are now at this point, things are starting to the story's starting to click together, which is interesting. So Sunset and Discord is starting to slowly earn the trust of Sunset. So there's that. And the other one that updated recently is Apple Bloom Transform and Rollout. That did in fact update this last week. And
finally.
Again.
Yeah.
And it's chapter 6, and this is the one where things really it gets real.
Yeah.
Things have happened. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we've got established stuff, and things have been
background has been established. We can now get to the action.
Yeah. This is an old one. Letters from a Disgruntled Friendship Student. It's updated several times actually. the thing is, it's kind of really been weak the last few. Every single time he does hiatus stuff, it seems to get really weak, and this is no exception. It's just lately, it's just, I don't want to rescind my recommendation because the early stuff was fun enough that I like it, but it's gotten increasingly weird and just kind of, it's not as great as good as it used to be. So, yeah, that's also updated, I guess, but that's about it. Those 3 fics. So, if you haven't seen it yet, go check them out because they've updated.
Yay.
So yeah, that brings us into this very short episode.
Very, very short.
I knew this was gonna happen eventually. I'm okay with it because it makes editing a lot easier. Anyway, if you liked listening to our little podcast here, you can listen to past and future episodes. Go over to pony411.libsyn.com. You can download them all there. You can also go to iTunes, search for Pony411. Subscribe, all that stuff, real nice. You can go on Stitcher.com, or the Stitcher apps. Again, download through there, listen, enjoy, I hope. You can also go through YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. Again, streaming this time, so yay. Video format through Flash or HTML5 if you're watching through Chrome.
Maybe. It's weird.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
It's weird. HTML5 YouTube is weird.
Or you can listen to it on Ponyville FM every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can contact us, pony411podcast@gmail.com. Email us there, comments, criticisms, concerns, whatever. Angry rants because we mistreated Spike or something.
Crying on the cover.
Yep. I had to do it.
You had to do it.
I had to do it.
You are mean.
I'm mean, but at least I'm mean to fictional characters. You can also contact us via Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Like us there. Usually updates are up there as well. Don't use it much outside of that, but it's a good way to, be there when latest shows come out. Twitter, though, we're at pony411. So we usually go, again, show updates are there. We sometimes joke around, goof off, complain when news comes out and we just recorded.
Yep.
You can also contact us via our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. He's at Alcatraz with an _@ the end of 77T.
Yep.
So, just you can follow us there, watch us make big political statements all of a sudden, out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
And that's it, I believe. Yes.
I think so, yes.
That is it. Join us next week. We are going to continue this whole Christmas thing. Wonder what we're going to do.
I don't know.
So,
or do I?
But yeah, until then, though, unlike the creators of G3 stuff, please pony responsibly, guys.